Alright, what's going on people? Ring World Map here, and we are back for another pre-fight analysis. I don't think I've ever done one of these in a while. The reason why is because not a lot of fights excite me, to be honest with you guys, But this is one which I'm really excited for, because this is going to determine the fate of one of the dream fights that we really want, which is Bivol versus Beterbiev. If Beterbiev gets past Anthony Yarde, this is going to determine how he's going to look like against someone like Bivol, because Yarde is a great counterpuncher, decent mover, so let's get right into it. The first one that we'll see with Yarde is the signature check hook. What he does here, very reminiscent of Floyd Mayweather. He just stays in his Philly shell stance, and whenever his opponent comes in, he throws this check hook that really doesn't have a lot of power behind it, but it does land, and it makes your opponent hesitant to enter the second time around. So as you can see here, Kovalev was hesitant to step in hard on his jab because he's gonna get caught with that check hook. So here's another example here. As you can see, Kovalev couldn't fully commit to his jab because that check hook is always there. Now the reason why I don't think this will work against Beterbiev is because Beterbiev is a Russian who's not afraid to get hit. Now you've got a lot of Russians like Kovalev who likes to maintain the distance, and whenever they get hit, they become cautious, right? That's one of the problems with Kovalev. He doesn't like getting hit too much. But Beterbiev is a different beast, okay? Beterbiev is a different fighter. I wouldn't say he likes being hit, but he's prepared for it, He's prepared. His chin is well equipped, or his chin is strong enough to take big shots, so, this check hook of his is not going to work, and Beterbiev will probably just walk right through it, and he'll just keep on stepping forward despite of getting caught. The reason why this worked against Kovalev is because Kovalev does not like getting hit. Okay, he does not enjoy getting countered, so what does he do here? He becomes hesitant. He doesn't throw it with full power, and he doesn't commit fully on his jab. It wasn't until Yarde got tired that Kovalev actually decided to commit and to throw his jabs, to commit to his jabs, okay? So that's the reason why Kovalev won this fight. Second one, we're gonna see with Yarde is going to be how he gets stuck in the blade. So as you can see here, whenever he throws his check hook, for this example, he gets stuck on that blade. And what's the problem with getting stuck in the blade for a long time? The problem is that most likely he won't be able to counter. Now, does Yarde have a great right hand? Not really, okay? He does have a decent left hook, but the right hand is not really his best counter punch. So as you can see here, he gets stuck on the blade, and the problem with that again is that if you're facing a volume puncher like Beterbiev, you're gonna be overwhelmed with these shots, and that bladed stance will eventually be exploited, okay? And that's the same thing that happened for guys like Caleb Plant when he fought Canelo, and other guys like Mayweather when he fought Maidana. You cannot stay on the bladed stance if you're facing a volume puncher. You have to raise both of your hands and stick to the high guard, okay? And unfortunately, Yarde doesn't really have that ability. He just gets stuck on the blade way too much. He gets stuck in his bladed stance way too much, and he is getting hit with some subtle shots by doing that. So as you can see, boom, he gets caught with that jab while he is in that blade. Let's see another one, bam, he gets caught with that jab again. And if you're facing a guy who likes to utilize angles and who has a decent jab too, let's not forget, Beterbiev is not just about power punches, he also has a decent jab, okay? Eventually, he's gonna break Yarde down, man. And I just don't think Yarde is ready for that kind of aggressiveness. So here, again, you'll see him getting stuck on the blade. Okay, boom, he throws a check hook, gets stuck on that blade, again, gets stuck on that blade, bam, and he's getting caught with some subtle shots, bam, right there, he got caught with that jab again, because he turns his face against the punch, he turns his face against the punch, and the problem with that is that it's gonna hamper your vision, guys, it's gonna block your vision. If you get stuck in a bladed stance way too long, you're gonna have to rely on your magical reflexes. You're not going to be able to see as well when you are on the bladed stance, so don't do that shit. Next up, we're going to see how he counters on the blade, bam, or we're going to see how he gets countered on the blade, I should say. So for this example right here, you're going to see him, he's on a bladed stance, and then he throws a He throws a 3-2, I think, a hook and then a right hand. And then in the middle of this combination, he got caught with a right hand by Kovalev. Okay? And the problem again with the bladed stance is that you cannot recover on time. If you're on a bladed stance, first of all, you cannot step back. You cannot use this back foot to step back because you're putting all that weight onto your back leg, okay? You cannot step back as quickly. Number 2, your vision is highly affected. Why? Because you're looking to the side. And finally, number 3, most of the time you'll be limited to only countering with your rear hand. You're not going to be able to counter with your lead hand. And if you do counter with your lead hand, most likely it's not going to have any power in it. So as you can see here, he tried to throw a left foot counter on the right hand of Kovalev, or on the 2-1 combo of Kovalev, but problem was there's not enough power in that check hook because he is on that bladed stance. Let's see another one. He gets countered right here once again. Okay, bam. Let's see. Jab, right hand. Let's see where that happened. Again, it's so subtle, you may not see it. So here, jab, bam, he gets countered right there, he gets pushed on the back foot, and because he's on that bladed stance, it's very hard for him to step back. Guys, if you're facing a great jabber, you cannot be on the bladed stance. It just doesn't work. You're gonna get timed. Look at Floyd against Miguel Cotto. Look at fucking Caleb Plant against someone like Canelo, right? They got called with jabs. Even against Uzcategui that happened. So do not use the bladed stance if you're facing a great jabber. Okay, that's one secret that I can give for today. Alright, next up, we're gonna see the predictable waistband of Yarde. We're gonna see how he bends at the waist in a predictable pattern and how this can be taken advantage of by somebody like Beterbiev. So as you can see here, whenever you push him on the back foot, what is his first instinct? His first instinct is to bend down at the waist. Okay, problem with this is that, first of all, man, Beterbiev has a great left hook. Secondly, he has a great right hand that will come down. Okay, his right hand comes downwards. Both his overhand right and his straight right hand, it comes down. So that's the same thing for Kovalev here. As you can see here, he punches downwards. So whenever you bend at the waist, there's a big chance that you're gonna get timed with one of these right hands or the left hook. If you don't get timed with the right hand, you're gonna get timed with the left hook either way. So if you have a very predictable bending pattern, so as you can see here again, pull back, bend. Okay, let's see the first one. Pull back, bend, bam. Very predictable, right? This is the same thing for Floyd. Again, pull back, bend, boom. You're gonna get time with this shit. Don't do it. Again, pull back. Oh no, he didn't pull back here. Here, he just decided to bend at the waist. He came from a high guard and then bended at the waist. And as you can see, he's getting overwhelmed with shots because when you're bending at the waist, that is a weak position. You cannot stay in that position for too long. Even Floyd, whenever he's facing a volume puncher, he keeps his high guard up. He doesn't stay on the blade. Okay? So as you can see, Yarde is slowly getting broken down by Kovalev. And then finally, the last one, which I think will definitely help Beterbiev win this fight, is going to be the difficulty of Yarde of dealing with angles. Whenever you fight Yarde in circles, he just doesn't know what to do, especially if he's tired, you know. So as you can see here, Kovalev stopped attacking him straight in, and he decided to use angles. So he throws that right hook. Throws the right hook here, one, bam, right hook, takes a tiny step to the side with his right foot, takes an angle, right, pushes that left shoulder of Yarde, and then he just moves. He's moving in circles now. He's not stepping straight in. So let's see another example. Bam, right hand, boom. And you may be asking, where's the angle there? The angle is right here, okay? So I'll show you where the angle is. So here he takes a 2, and as you can see, his right foot is not he's not in his normal stance. He's actually more to his right side. So for that reason, he can throw the right hand from an angle. He's not throwing it from in front of Yarde. He's actually throwing it to the left cheek of Yarde. And that's a tiny angle that he takes there. So here again, boom. You may say, well, he's just in front of Yarde. No, he's not. He's more on the right side of Yarde, or he's more on his right side, and he's more on the left side of Yarde. So what does that do? That enables him to throw and to follow through with this rear punch over here on this left cheek of Anthony Yarde. Bam, you see that? Another one. Okay, so he's more on the left side of Yarde, and for that reason, he's able to land all of these right hands on the left side of the face of Yarde. So that was it. I think Beterbiev got this one. But here's the thing, I've changed my mind. A lot of you guys asked me before if I am favoring Yarde or if I'm favoring Beterbiev against Bivol. Right now, I think Bivol got it just because he has the momentum going for him. You know, he just came off of a victory against a much bigger, much stronger Zurdo. However, look, man, if Beterbiev shows up and he shows a good performance, he improves his defense, you know, I may change my mind, but just because the momentum and the hype is with Bivol right now, I'm definitely favoring Bivol over Beterbiev if that fight happens in 2023. So that was it. I'll see you guys soon. Join my Patreon if you want to, and peace out.